National. Welcome to the RBA. We want to thank you for coming out here today. This is going to be a huge game here today because this is going to decide if one team advances and one team doesn't. In a way, it decides a lot, Marv, because this is what's going to decide who's going to win the next game. Basically, you get a 3-2 lead, you have a very good chance at winning this series. So whoever wins tonight, it's really going to decide on if they want it or if they want to go home empty, you know? And that's what's really going to decide whatever they want to do. Miami, on the other hand, is very excited. The light struck. Go. RBA playoffs.
Miami find themselves on a postseason deadlock at 2 games apiece. It is a critical turning point, and they know the time is now as they face a pivotal Game 5 against Washington. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continue.
RBA!
Welcome to the RBA playoffs, tension rising. Here we go. This is it. Dun dun
welcome to the RBA. Let's get ready! Game 5, baby! Come on! RBA, baby! Game 5, baby! Tie series at 2. Come on! Come on! Let's go win! We're in Miami! South Beach, baby! Florida, baby! One last team in the nation! Come on, do it for your city! Miami, baby! Let's win!
Thank you. That was a huge introduction there. Game 5 of our RBA playoffs begins with this one. We welcome you to the RBA's best.
As the right away, shots being fired. Washington and Miami, both teams looking for an extra extravaganza. Ryland Freeman Jr. able to score that one. Let's turn on the camera so that we have a better angle. Zoom in a little bit more.
RBA basketball. Simmons on the ice,
Not a very good angle right there. And zoom out. Zoom in a little bit more. Simmons, fine. Aaron Simmons. Washington and Miami. Ryland unable to. Lopez the rebound. And Lopez able to get shots. Weston gives it away. Lee bangs it home. And Washington starting off this game very strong. Ryland Freeman Jr. has been a very good beginning for him. We'll see if he can continue this streak and move on to the next round, you know. And Aaron Simmons and Scott Lee as another one. Dax Freeman that time. Well, Dax, James, and Lonzo, they're all going to shoot the ball tonight. You're going to have to expect a lot. Another one, Ryland. Ryland Freeman Jr. Junior again. That time Simmons rebounded by Freeman. You have to get your teammates involved. And out of bounds, very bad mistakes there. Costly mistakes. That's what they're going to have to talk about at halftime especially. Even now, they're going to have to start talking about it from halftime. They know what to talk about already. The mistakes. That's the biggest thing. You got to talk about your mistakes. Got to move forward, got to push through. Let's get a little bit of an update. Ryland Freeman Jr. has 7. Dax has 3. He has 5 fantasy points right now. He has 3 points. James has 1 fantasy point, and Lonzo has 1 fantasy point. Start here. All right, and Aaron Simmons has 5. And Lee has 4 fantasy, but 3 points. Aaron has 5 total. Lonzo and James yet to score. That's right. Yeah. All right, let's go. Ryland again. And Ryland Freeman Jr. fighting that one home. Another one, Lonzo Brown that time. Lonzo's able to get that one. He's going to have a lot more fun where that came from. Weston bangs that one home. Ryland missed. Nova. And Aaron grabs the board. Wesson. Dax rebounds. Ryland has had a huge impact. He wants to make a difference. He wants to be the impact. And he's making a huge difference already here tonight. Simmons finds it home. Aaron Simmons. had a huge impact. Jacobs, no. Doyle the rebound. He's going to be a very good player very soon. Nice rebound and a good block. Nice rebound by Vaders overall. Washington finding a way tonight to take over is the biggest thing. Mercer to Lopez, Jacobs, bang. You know, that's what it's about. You got to take over. You got to make a difference. Doyle to Freeman Jr. Freeman Jr., yes. This Miami young core, they're ready. They will run Alonzo, Doyle, Freeman Jr., and then they struggle at the power forward position, and then they run Nova. Maybe put Amber. Maybe they get a new guy this upcoming off season. There's a lot of things that they can do. They have a really good core though. They've got 9 players that originally originated. Look at Doyle. Layla, look at Dax Freeman Jr. now ahead of the paint. Let's slow down. Nova, yes. Jacobs. Nova missing the layup again. Yeah, Ross bangs it on. Doyle on the drive. Finds an opening, bangs it home. Reminds me of Chris Paul back in his days. And that's a really good statement. Don't underestimate the greatness of Doyle. He's a young rookie, Marv, who's going to be very, very talented one day. Miami finding ways to make big things happen here. It's their biggest thing right now. Find ways to make things happen. Ross, bang. Ross able to bang that one home. For our fantasy league, if you're wondering how that works after this week, because every team will have played each other. If you're part of that fantasy league, you got to be staying tuned for that. Now that everybody's played each other, they're going to go into the consolation brackets. It goes up to the finals, and the playoffs will begin. RBA finals. Every team will still be in it. But the teams with the most points, with the most players in those finals will probably make it. That's going to be the biggest thing. Players are going to get eliminated. Doyle, pull-up jumper again. Unable to that time. Ross. They don't have to go that fast. Mercer had a block earlier. He's done a really good job. Miami's got to find a way to make huge adjustments this offseason if they were to lose. Doyle to Wagner, pull-up jumper, no good, not that time. Noah Ross, Noah Jacobs. And once the RBA season ends, or actually once the first round ends, we're going to go into a college season. So a full roster of college players. That's a nice job by that one.
And that's how you play the game. You put on a show for the crowd. How are they going to make college roster work, Mark? Well, they've got to find a way to do something. They'll figure it out, though. The new 2K is coming out. We're staying on this 2K. No. Jacobs. On the drive. Ross for three. Yes. Near Ross again. Freeman Jr. Not Yao. Yeah, too young to score that. If he was Dax, maybe that would have gone in. I'm not going to lie to you. Miami! Up! Nope, they're down. You just find a way to score, you know. Make a difference. Be the difference maker, if anything. And finding ways to score, there are lots of ways. Be useful. Be good to your teammates. But mostly be respectful. He's going to have to carry this team all the way to the RBA finals if he can. You know, this team was not even supposed to be here. Miami has shown so much. And Cleveland's going to get eliminated tonight, which could possibly be the ending of Robert Jett in Cleveland, unless they make huge changes to their roster. Simmons, fine. Aaron Simmons. Dax finds it. Pump. Pull up is good. Dax Freeman. And this is why they expect to see a superstar do the things that superstars do. He's so artificial with his talented shots. Every time he grabs the ball, you expect something good. Junior ahead to Simmons. This team is very young. Wesson, yes. And Tommy Wesson, who began to start for this team. He's been the reason why they're so well rounded. But Miami has won more games now that they have James, other than when they didn't have James. They lost that first game because they did not have James. That might be an excuse. But game 2, James, yeah, he wasn't fully ready to go. And he went out and he still played. Lee able to hit that one. Scott Lee finally hitting a 3. Multiple mishaps for Scott Lee. Ryland on the drive, nice floater. Simmons will run it up again. Lee trying to pull. Jabs around a little, spins around. Oh, he threw it down. Scott Lee. And an opportunity for one more. Scott Lee starting to fire up here. And if they can win in this crowd, it's going to be 6 games. It's a hard series, but Miami has to win tonight. It's just a must win. You're in your crowd. You got to do it. Lonzo missed Lopez the rebound. Lopez finds Wesson. Wesson finds Simmons. Simmons on the drive. Simmons floater blocked by Freeman. Shorten Jr. to rebound by Freeman that time. Ryland on the drive. Dax finds Ryland. Ryland pumps. Pull-up jumper is good. Ryland Freeman Jr. That's what it's about. You go into the system, you pump. That's really good basketball fundamentals right there. He's using his youngster styles, things that he learned when he was a young kid, and implements them into the game of basketball now. That's a very beautiful thing you can watch someone do. And Aaron Simmons. Dax missed that time. Washington starting to fall away. Lee, pull-up jumper. It's gone. Scott Lee. And he's able to get those. That's what it's about, you know. You go out there, you put on a show. Dax finds Brown. Brown banks it home. Lonzo Brown. And he's been so decent all year long. A huge aspect to this team. Lonzo Brown had a really good game one. Yeah, he stepped up when James wasn't there. He stepped up a little bit of game two, but, you know, he went back to normal a little bit, I believe, game two. I don't believe that he was the best game two. He was really good game one. Dax has been very good all of these games, though. He's proven that he's a superstar. Lee, nice job. Now, this is not an elimination tonight, but you can expect an elimination next game between Cleveland and Boston. Boston trying to put that team away. Lee finds Simmons fading away, bangs it home. Aaron Simmons. Wagner. Dax yelling for the ball. Dax finds Doyle. He trusts him. Brown. No, not that time. Simmons the rebound. And Aaron Simmons grabbing those boards. That's what it's about right there. Simmons on the drive, pull-up jumper. It's not good that time. Nova gives it to Dax. Wagner hands it to Freeman. They're down by 6. Freeman's got to go. It's in the hands of Freeman. Gives it to Brown. Bang. There you go once again. Dax Freeman doing those little things. Really helpful on the court. Lee bangs it home. Scott Lee. He's got 16. Meanwhile, Aaron Simmons has 17. Brown. Screen set over Wagner. Wagner missed. Rebound by Ross. Ross grabs the board. 3 minutes to go in this half. Ross found an opening. Bangs it home. Mira Ross able to get that one to go. Miami wants a timeout. Down by 9 now. Yeah, well, Ryland Freeman's got it. Coach Ryland Freeman's RBA coverage continues right after this. You have Cleveland and Boston, who was projected to go to 7, may end tonight with a 3-1 lead by Boston. Cleveland bounced all the way back. And Marv, they're the higher ranked team. So they do have the Game 7 advantage and tonight's Game 5 advantage. Doyle, nice jumper. Doyle has done those little things. He's done them right. Lee. Simmons, bang. And it's not even about how many points they've scored. These two teams had the same amount of field goals. It's about how one team is shooting more threes than the other. One team is getting more steals than the other. One team is playing the better defense than the other. Lee, nice shot. And Scott Lee now with 18. And now they have a huge lead. Lee steals the ball again. And this is about to become a crush out. Lee on the drive. Doyle with the steal, throws it ahead to Wagner. Wagner and one. And they make this A single-digit ball game again with Wagner's jumper. Yes. Doyle finds a three-pointer, unable to that time. Wesson the rebound. Wesson gives it to Mercer. Mercer. Nice job. And he's got that strength. Doyle running up the ball now. Doyle fading away, yes. He's done a really good job at playing basketball. I like it. And if there is a game 7, we'll have it right here. Next Sunday. Or that's going to be our game 6, so we'll have it right off the iron back, August 24th, Tuesday, next week. Yeah, they'll play game 6 Sunday, and then if there is a game 7, they'll have it one day after that. They'll get a one-day break, and then they'll play again. Nova, nice. And this bench is putting on a show now because Miami has because Washington has put out their starters. Yeah, they've done a really good job against their bench. Here's McCaw. Can Washington hold on? 24 seconds. A split clock, so there's 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. He's milking a little bit, McCaw. McCaw won't take it, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. And Doyle gets a chance. Well, Simmons is checking in, but Doyle gets a chance to shoot the last shot. No. Freeman Jr. Oh my! And it's halftime. We're tied. Dax Freeman Jr. Our halftime show. What about that one? Yes, sir. Woo! Miami. Dax Freeman has 13 points to begin this game, but it's not about Dax Freeman tonight. It's about Miami's bench. They've done everything. It's Doyle, but Aaron Simmons having another career game. 20 points at the halftime report. Wow, he's doing an average job. Let's see if he can put on a show in that second half of how he's known for. You know, we're tied for this first quarter. It was a lot about Washington all game long. Miami just came back. Ryland Freeman Jr., though, he's putting on a show. And when you talk about Ryland, you could list Lonzo, Ryland, then put Doyle, then Freeman Jr. They have to trade, I'd say, one of their guards, and then they'll have a really good power forward to work with. They can really become a really good team. Miami has a really good future. And they have that old 2 core of Dax and James. For Washington, they've already got their core. You know, they've got Lopez, they've got Tridden Jr., who's all right. They've got Lee and Simmons, who are both superstars in this league. Yeah, well, they've done very good at the game of basketball overall. Let's see what our second half has for us as the starters are back in for Miami. James finds Nova. Nova blocked by Junior. Wesson, good defense by Nova. Lee finds Wesson. Lopez at the screen. Junior, yes. Ryland. Yes. They just compared Rylands and Aaron. Lonzo on the drive finds Dax. Screen set by James. James lost the ball. Brown pull-up jumper. It's good. And a foul by Nova, but the shot will count. Lonzo Brown with 8 points tonight. He averages about 20. Lee on the drive. Nice floater. Rebounded by Dax, though. Dax finds Nova. Nova. Nice. Miami's starting to take over. And their crowd as deserved as that's supposed to be like that. Nova grabs the board, gives it to Dax. Ryland on the drive, throws it down. Timeout, Washington. Ryland Freeman Jr., who's been a fanatic all game long. 18 points. Lee bangs it home. Scott Lee. Nova. James grabs the board. Dax. Bang. Lee bangs it home. Ryland throws it down. Miami starting to surge away. Dax. James fading away. Bang! Miami! Woo! Freeman scores. Miami. 5 minutes to go. Lee bangs it home. That's huge. A huge run. Miami wants a timeout. Lee finds Wesson, and yes. Ryland, later. Scott Lee keeping this team in there. And they don't know where Aaron Simmons went, but Scott Lee has just carried this team this whole third quarter. Nova unable to, rebounded by Ross. Aaron Simmons is not in the game right now. Weston, no, rebounded by James. Doyle. Ross. Sorry, we apologize. Weston hit that three. Lee finds Lopez. Lopez finds it home. Brandon Lopez. Simpson, yes. Miami now falling away with a loss. They're starting to lose this game now. Freeman with the rebound. Dax to Wagner. Wagner on the drive. Junior to Ross. Ross finds Lee. Bangs it home. Scott Lee with 33 points. Ross bangs it home. 10-point game. Simpson bangs it home. Freeman grabs the board. Lee bangs it home. And Scott Lee has that versatility. I thought Miami was going to win this game. It may look different now as another out-of-bounds play. And the Presidents will be back at home on Sunday, this Sunday. It's only Tuesday today. They'll be back here. They'll back right on RBA basketball for Sunday's game of Game 6. Akil, you got to pass the ball. He didn't know what he was doing. Dax at the screen. Akil finds Dax. Dax unable to. Very bad IQ right there in. Ross. They can't have those type of players in right now. Akil getting through the screen. Took some time there. Ross, and that's the end of the third. One more quarter to decide who will be up 3-2. It's Washington. They're destroying the game. They've done so well. And one more quarter to decide.
Well, Coach Ryland Freeman had a talk with the team. He said, guys, what are we doing? We have to start the game with artificial talent. Put on a show. Make them beg for us to be browing on them. They should be begging on their knees for possessions. Don't allow them to score. We know what they are capable of. Their dynamic duo is good, but we have a way better roster. Let's put on a show.
And he just wants them to be more intense. He wants them to be more basketball players. Dax scores that one. Dax has been quiet as well as all of the Miami players. On the other hand, Aaron with 23, Lee with 30 and a foul. Junior upset with that call. They're not going to challenge. Ross missed the first and missed the second too. That's good they didn't challenge there. Lonzo finds Ryland. Ryland! Oh my goodness, it was wide open. And those type of shots, they're going to regret missing later on. Simmons, no, rebounded by Brown. And Nova out of bounds. Simmons grabs it before it went out of bounds. Junior scores. Dax, here we go. Miami. Ryland on the drive. Mr. Rick. Rick. Airballs. Dax. Nova. Simmons, yes! Aaron Simmons, 25 points. Dax. And Brown able to get that one in. Seven minutes to go. Lopez on the drive. James, good defense. Simmons, bang! And Aaron Simmons with 28 points. Dax falling away. Ross. Simmons, bang! Aaron Simmons! And it's a 16-point game. Miami is falling apart. Dax bangs that one home. And he's giving them light. That's why they're called white light. James and Lonzo have both been very quiet. Dax steals the ball. Dax pushing the pace. Ryland's been the second option tonight. That's the problem. Ryland. Floater dunks it through. Nice job. 11-point game, 6 minutes to go. Mia Ross running up the ball. Scratch that screen. Ross. Freeman, good defense. Lopez wide open. No, rebounded by Junior. Ryland doing a really good job tonight. Ryland finds Nova in the paint on Ross. Nova blocked by Ross. Stridden Jr. to rebound. And Nova's got to stop shooting if he doesn't think he's going to make it. Simmons. He's done a very good threat. And they find Simmons. Bang! You have to keep a lockup on him. He has shot in the ball so well. So well. I can't stress it enough. If they want to win this game, they have to put a lockup on him right now. Brown finds James. Not many shooters on Miami. Dax, no. Rebounded by Nova, yes. 12-point game. Nova with 11 points tonight. There's 5 minutes left. Simmons, another one. And the lack of shooting is going to cause this team to have to be eliminated. And that's just how it's going to have to be. Aaron with his first personal. He's done a very good job on defense. And he's not allowed many defensive stops. Dax Freeman Jr. bangs it home. And there you go, Ryland Freeman, Coach Ryland Freeman putting in shooters, putting in Doyle, putting in Dax Freeman Jr. to help out Dax. They know he is struggling right now. Lonzo also a shooter. Maybe he can help. Dax upset with the game right now. 4 minutes to go. He's still in the game though. Lonzo. Yes. And I don't know why they didn't have Lonzo Brown in from the beginning of the quarter. That's a mistake. Look at the spacing. Lee bangs it home. And those two have had a monster night. One with 39 and one with 37. Of course they're going to win. Dax shoots. No. And Weston the rebound. Lopez bangs it home. I think this game is over. The series is not over yet. Junior, bang. And Dax got tired. Lee Simmons in their crowd to allow a team to do so well. Purely a disappointment for Miami here tonight. 17-point game. Steal by Simmons. Lee finds Lopez. The teamwork, the effort. They're playing like a championship basketball team. Lopez! And Miami wants to call a challenge on that one. Yeah, they're upset with these calls. On the drive, Washington wanted a foul. Yeah. It's clearly obvious. Wow. Miami got the call. Is that on purpose? Does Ronald just do that on purpose? Right on the drive. And yeah, basketball guys don't lie. Lopez. Simmons. Lob. They gotta go. Dax. Finds Brown. Missed. Lead rebounds. Nova on Lee. Mismatch is initiated. Lonzo now on Lopez. No. Freeman the rebound. Dax. Pull-up jumper. No good. Lee. And Chuden Jr., yes. Lee, yes. And when these type of games matter, it shows who has the better team, who has the better talented players, who's going to go out there and put on the real show. James only with 4 points tonight. He was completely shut down, as well as Lonzo, who only had 14. Dax only ends with 21. Washington, on the other hand, their dynamic duo had 81 points in Lee and Simmons. And that dynamic duo is going to be a threat for years to come. The series is not over, but it's one more game away from ending now, with Washington trouncing Miami in this game. Nice job by Junior. And his growth and development, he's going to develop into a superstar. You already know. That man's going to be a superstar. Dax on the drive. Fading away, yes. Gets another three-pointer. And that will do it. Washington wins one more. They're up 3-2 now in the series. And they're one more game from completing the upset. Good night in Miami. That might have been the last time you ever entered Miami Arena. What are your thoughts on Dax Freeman after that game? If I'm Dax Freeman, I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated if I'm Dax. Because this franchise has failed to put on a show for me. This franchise has failed to give me the team that I want so that I can win it with this team. This franchise has failed me. If I'm Dax Freeman, I'm so aggravated with this team. I don't want to be here right now if I'm Dax Freeman. You're down 3-1, 3-2 to a team that is the 6th seed. You are the definition of a 3 seed. You are the definition of a 3 seed, Marv. Why are you losing? And why is James Freeman scoring 4 points? We know he's your brother, but what are you doing wrong? This team has developed. They've developed. They've become so good. Why are they scoring 4 points in a win-or-go-home situation? This is your last game in your crowd. You may never play here again. RBA may never ever even happen again. Why are you scoring 4 points? That's what you want to be remembered for? Go ahead. Go ahead and be remembered for the team that lost because your power forward, who's been on your franchise his whole entire career, scored 4 points in the game 5 that decides things. These type of games are going to be talked about later on in the series. Later on, when Washington goes back to their crowd and they finish the business. That's when it's going to be talked about the most, though. When they go back to their crowd and they finish business. And you know it's going to happen. It's going to happen now. It's got to happen. Because you blew that chance. You blew a lead. You blew that lead. You had a 2-game streak on your shoulders. Why are you blowing it? No one knows. No one knows. No one understands why you blew that lead. Why does James Freeman deserve to be even called a player in this league with 4 points? He choked. He's old, we get it. He's won championships already. This is the experienced team. The experienced team should win games, though. The experienced team should not fall to the youngsters. We know it happens all the time, though, that they fall to the youngsters. All right, you don't do that. You don't allow that to happen.
You don't allow that to happen. You don't allow that to happen. You are a disappointment if you allow that to happen. And they allowed that to happen to them tonight. If I'm Miami, I better pray that I don't know what they got to do. They got to win. They got to win. They stole one in their crowd. You got to go back and steal one in their crowd. You've won every game in their crowd. You've won every game in their crowd. They've only won once in your crowd. Now they won twice in your crowd. You won once in your crowd. You know, that one Miami crowd saw a win. They're the happiest, you know. So go out there and be that team that wins. All right? If you're that team. All right? That's how it works. By the way, when teams get eliminated later today, we will be extending their contracts or deciding if they are actually free agents. We're actually going to write down our free agency list. I don't think we actually have time for things. I'm going to write down the free agency list. I'll be back with you guys later. But, yeah, have a great day, guys. We'll see you guys for this game at 6 p.m.